What is up, everybody? Professional wrestler Chris Wilde back with another video on Eagles News Now. This one, a live video. A lot of things went on today. And instead of doing a regular video, regular edited video, I figured I'd just get it all out right now. So I've got a lot on my mind when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, as all Eagles fans should. A big week of practice for the Eagles. But today, and you know what? Actually, from the tail end of the week, from hump day on, things did not go the Eagles' way, and that's putting it lightly. Thanks to everybody that's watching this on replay. Again, I'm not going to be with you guys that long tonight. I'm actually going to be checking out the 4th and John podcast, which is on at 9 o'clock. So I always like to watch those guys on a Sunday and hear what they have to say about the Birds. But I've got to get this stuff off my chest, and I got to get this rant out of the way. Because let me tell you something. So I might as well let's get right into it. All right. Earlier in the week, the Eagles sustained another season-ending injury. Now, look, earlier in the offseason, we lost Brandon Brooks for the year to an ACL injury. Brandon Brooks, a very important part of this team. Right guard, all-pro right guard. You know, what I really remember about Brandon Brooks, he's so good that he doesn't really he's not very noticeable, whether it's mistakes or whether the stuff he does good, and that because he's that good, if that makes any sense. But I do remember that Saints playoff game. The Eagles are up 14-0. I'm sorry, there's a gnat that I just was anyway. The Eagles are up 14-0. Everything seems to be going the Birds' way. And then Brandon Brooks gets taken out with an injury, and just everything falls apart. I know a lot of stuff went into that, why they lost that game. But I always kind of look back and go, man, Brandon not being there, that's what did it. I just kind of knew when he went out that things were going to go bad for the Birds. So he goes out. The Eagles re-signed Jason Peters to play right guard. All right. Now, look, that sounds funny just saying it, but Jason Peters, 38 years old, all-pro Hall of Fame left tackle. If there's one person that knows about playing on the offensive line, it's Jason Peters. So when I heard he was going to go to right guard, I knew with a little bit of work, this guy would have no problem. Making that transition. And apparent from the people I hear in practice, including Coach Peterson, of course, he's going to say the right things. The effort and the transition has been amazing for Jason Peters at right guard. So we got him there. Andre Dillard, first-round draft pick from last year, has just been, you know what? Man, I remember watching him in preseason last year at left tackle, and he looked good at left tackle. He looked good. He had to play left tackle against Minnesota last year. He kind of got pushed around a little bit, but he held up for the most part. And then when Lane Johnson went out with that injury that he had, they put him in at right tackle. And I feel like that just messed up everything for this guy. Before you knew it, he was saying comments like, you know, this is as hard as learning to write with your other hand. Like, just no confidence in the world. He gets completely destroyed when he played right tackle. And now you watch him and hear reports of him at practice this year, and he's getting absolutely hammered there too. So now you've got a question, okay, is Dillard going to be able to hold up? And how's the rest of the line going to deal with? I mean, Jason Kelce, now seeing Jason Peters on your right and having to deal with the way he moves as a right guard is completely different from what you're used to seeing him as a left tackle. And just the entire chemistry of the offensive line. How are the Eagles going to deal with that? This bug is about as annoying as these Eagles injuries. How are they going to possibly deal with this stuff, right? So the other day, Andre Dillard, again, I work midnights. So when I roll out of bed, the first thing I do is check the Twitter feed, see what the Eagles are doing. What's going on, Trayvon Dixon? What's up, man? Just talking about some of the stuff that happened today and throughout the week. But I look at my phone and I see that Andre Dillard is out for the year with a biceps injury. Now, it sucked. I rolled out of bed, got dressed, did a video. It was just distraught because, look, these injuries, man, it just sucks that it happens to the Eagles non-stop, it seems like. thought about it, started my day, had a pretty decent workout, thought about everything. And it's like, you know what? This team might be a little bit better off because we're eliminating one of the questions now. At least for the short term, they might be better off. We're eliminating one of the questions of, is Dillard going to be able to hold up? And actually, you're eliminating two questions because then you're eliminating the question of, can Jason Peters play right guard? Now, Peters just goes back to where he started at left tackle, where he's going to be put in the Hall of Fame for. And Matt Pryor, who played a game and a half, he played that Seattle game, that playoff game, and he played in the Giant game when Brooks got hurt. Look, the offensive line's familiar with him. Coach Stoutland is familiar with him. The Eagles, from what I heard, were pretty confident with him in there. And then you've got rookie Jake Driscoll, who's been getting rave reviews from guys like Brandon Graham and Prince Tega Wanagahu. I know I'm destroying that last name. I just know it. I'm going to call him PTW on this channel. You got PTW. These guys are learning, so you figure you're going to be okay. And then the report comes out, well, guess what? Jason Peters said he's not playing left tackle unless he gets paid more money. And I'll take a drink of Pinot on that. I do wine on Sunday when it's not football, of course. So that kind of blew my mind because I'm looking at Jason Peters like, man, this dude was always, in my mind, like a team player, right? I thought that he would be very happy that he was going to go back to that left tackle position. It was going to be his again. And you know what? Look, you can't – we all are sitting here going, these guys are millionaires anyway. What's the big deal? I cannot – and I know a lot of fans, a lot of subscribers have on this channel, I've seen the comments really kind of giving it to Jason Peters for not just going there without any question. Again, these are reports. I don't know how true they are. I don't know if it's just some media member trying to start a story. I'm sure maybe Jason Peters wanted to do this quietly. Maybe he didn't. Look, I like the bodyguard, so maybe I'm just a little bit biased on this. However, left tackles, and I could be, if I'm wrong, please in the comments or a section here live or in the comments after this video is published, please tell me. Left tackles get, my daughter is going crazy right now. Left tackles get paid more than right guards. They just do. I could be wrong. What's up, Juan? I'll get to Jalen in just 1 minute. Actually, I could be, like I said, I could be wrong on that. So is it really taboo for him to ask for more money? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But apparently at practice today, Pryor got destroyed. The offensive line looked horrible, especially the left side. Eagles have got to do something there. While we're talking about it, let me just go ahead and get to the big news right off the bat. Jalen Reagor is probably the most exciting wide receiver that we've drafted. No, not probably. He is the most exciting wide receiver we've drafted since Deshaun Jackson, okay? The guy has looked amazing in practice and at camp. I mean, he is the reviews that this guy has been given and the hype behind him, I heard it has been real. And then what happens? What's up, Philly Talk? He gets injured today at practice. Jalen Hurts throws an interception. He makes a tackle, hurts his shoulder. So Philly Talk saying 3 weeks. Not bad, but Philly Talk, man, it's just like, to me, when I heard this, I'm just sitting here going, like, we can't. And look, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry about it. I am going to absolutely cry about it. People say Philly fans cry. Guess what? I'm going to. What's up, Jamal? I'm going to cry and I'm going to rant about this because I don't get it, man. Since 2017, it seems like, people I've heard in the comments say, man, 2020's got to give. 2020's got to give. No, it's not 2020 for this team. It's every year. 2017. I mean, I could go on. Franchise quarterback, franchise left tackle, middle linebacker, Hall of Fame punt returner Darren Sproles. All these guys gone. 2018, all the cornerbacks wiped out. 2019, all the wide receivers wiped out. Now this year, we're losing. We lost 40% of our offensive line already. And now this, like the guy that I was looking forward to watching probably more. I mean, this guy alone, Jalen Reagor, was getting me really hyped and excited, man. He was the kind of guy that you like to see, especially on an Eagles team. A guy with moxie, a guy with that it factor, that chip on his shoulder, and just him lined up next to Deshaun Jackson, man. It really, I mean, it's something to get excited over, especially right now in this COVID-19 era of football and sports. And then he gets hurt, and there's 3 to 4 weeks, could be games 1 and 2. It just sucks because, look, we all have heard this stuff before. Again, I bring up the shoulder injury to Jordan Howard last year. He was day-to-day, and it ended up being something that just lingered. He never got back on the field. I hope that's not the case with Jalen Reagor, but you get nervous as an Eagles fan because we've dealt with this nonstop, and we can't catch a break. We can't, but maybe that's all we're getting is breaks because guys are breaking stuff left and right on this team. It's just sick, man. I was sick when I heard this news. I was absolutely sick. It's just, I don't get it. And you can't blame the medical team because we got a new medical team. So you can't blame them. Was it bad luck? I mean, you can't even say, oh, well, it's the curse of the Super Bowl because the injury started that year. You can go back through history. Was it 91 when Randall Cunningham got hurt? When, that was like a Super Bowl Eagles team that was said. And these guys are not even so Juan, I agree, brother, about but the thing is, these guys are not even having real practices. They're just not. You go back years ago, the two-a-days, the pads all the time. Now because of the CBA, I mean, these guys really are not practicing as much as they used to, and they're still getting hurt. It's just, and today was a scrimmage. They were at the link. So it was a scrimmage, which was basically to take a place of preseason games because, again, they haven't even had preseason games this year. I just man, Philly Talk, he brings up a great point there. As soon as Hurts threw the pick, they should have blown it dead. You don't need the other half of that play. You don't need it. It's guys are going to get hurt, and they do. And it's hard for me to sit here, in my office, in my nice padded chair and sit here and go, oh, these guys are softer than they used to be. I can't say that, but it's just unreal that this happens, man, especially to this Eagles team. I don't get it. It's frustrating. I had to get this off my chest and rant about it. I just don't understand. And look, guys, Carson Wentz, soft tissue injury, did not practice today. Do you see how the dominoes do you see? And look, I know you can't go back and speculate, but if Carson was in the game, does that play happen? Maybe, but not that exact play. Do you see? It's just, and Wentz apparently has a bruise, right? What's up, Eagle season? Mac 10, what's going on? Chris Perez, thanks for joining. Carson apparently has basically a bruise on his leg. Am I right with that? Somebody Philly Talk might know. But the Eagles are being extra cautious, and I absolutely understand that, especially with this line, with the new left tackle, with all the shuffling. The last thing they wanted was Carson Wentz in there getting obliterated. I absolutely understand that. But when I hear the term soft tissue injury, what is the first thing that I think of? What is the first thing you think of? Because it should be last year's Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson soft tissue injury. That's how it started. So again, these things get me nervous as hell. The fact that Miles Sanders still isn't playing gets me nervous as hell. And again, I understand, wrap him up in bubble wrap because you definitely don't want to lose him. But it's just, man, it's people probably are going to rewatch this and go, man, this dude is throwing a temper tantrum right now. And I am. I absolutely am. Because this kind of stuff doesn't seem to, maybe because I'm in the Eagles bubble, right? Maybe I don't notice this happening to other teams, and it does. But man, this is it's just every year. You can't get excited. If we're gonna play a team, let's say Washington, we could probably beat Washington with their backups at this point. But if we're gonna play a team, and they beat us with all the guys they assembled and all the guys we assembled, and they end up beating us, and they're the better team. hell yeah, I can be down with that. But when we play teams with backup players and practice squad players, it just absolutely sucks. You know what kind of guy I am? You want to kind of know what kind of guy I am? I'm the kind of guy that you probably hate as a gamer, because I'm the guy that turns all the injuries off on Madden because I can't deal with this anymore. I deal with it too much in real life. I don't want to see it playing video games. I turn them off, off. Injuries turned off on Madden when I played Madden. I haven't played Madden in a while, but it's just crazy to me. It is. I wish there was an off button for these injuries. I really do. It's oh man. Again, you can't say 2020 because we deal with it all the time. Juan says, you know, Philadelphia is cursed a bit, and some statue that's on top of the building came out on NFL Network's top 10 curses. I mean, are we cursed? I don't know. I mean, again, 2017 was an absolute magical year. It was a magical year. Not many, that year was almost, to me, worth going through all those years of no Super Bowl wins, because it was just, you couldn't write, it'll be a movie someday, because you can't write better than that. Franchise quarterback who's having an MVP type year goes out with all the other important pieces, it seems like, on your team. Doug Peterson, the head coach that nobody wanted, right? And then the Eagles end up beating that dynasty of Tom Brady and the New England Patriots with Nick Foles, a journeyman quarterback who is ready to retire the year before if he was not brought back into the league by the Philadelphia Eagles former coach Andy Reid. You cannot write better than that. So look, if we're cursed, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you look at what's happened and this is the Eagles channel, but I'm a Philly sports type. I like all Philly sports. You look at what's happened with us, with the Sixers, with the Philly. I mean, it seems like we cannot catch a break, but at the same time, I can't cry over stuff in the past. I mean, I am right now, but that's only because something happened right now that reminds me of the past, guys. Just unbelievable. However, look, let me get some positives in this. Look, and I hate saying something because next thing you know, these guys, something bad's going to happen to these guys too. And actually, Quez Watkins has been nursing an upper body injury. He's day-to-day. Not sure what it is. Not sure if they're just being extra cautious, which they could be. But he's having an excellent camp. John Hightower, that a lot of people told me when we drafted him, look, you are going to love this kid. He is underrated. And if it wasn't for this wide receiver class being so huge, we probably, this guy probably would have went in like the third round. Some had him going in the second. And he had a good day today as well. So, you've got guys like Quez and Hightower there. However, the fact that we really, I mean, you can't count on rookies, and I know Reagor's a rookie, but I feel like he might be the exception when you talk about a guy drafted in the first round. He definitely doesn't play like a rookie. Let's not forget Alshon Jeffrey is out. They're saying he could come back in September. So basically at wide receiver right now, we're looking at Deshaun Jackson, J.J. Whiteside, and Greg Ward starting 3 wide receivers. Whiteside's been having a hell of an offseason, a hell of a practice. Ever since I came out with that video, that Unsolved Mysteries video about what happened to his game, he's really seemed – I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. But, man, I just keep on hearing great things about this kid. Hopefully that rookie season was just, a fluke, and he comes back strong this year. And that's happened to a lot of guys, actually, where their rookie year hasn't been that great, and they've come back strong. Hightower and Quez, you get those guys involved as well. And then a guy that a lot of people, I've seen his name nonstop. It seems like he's definitely making the team now, is Deontay Burnett. Deontay Burnett, if you remember, the Eagles got him from the Jets, I believe. What's up, Stephen Joyce? They got him from the Jets practice squad, or the Jets waived him. I can't exactly remember, but that's where he played. He made a couple big-time catches for us down the stretch. The kid's 22 years old. He's been playing lights out in camp, so he's definitely going to make this team as well. But it's just, I look around the league. I look at our conference. I don't like saying the name Dallas Cowboys on this channel or in this live stream, but you look at what they have over there at wide receiver, and you're like, damn. I mean, it's just sickening. It is absolutely sickening. Another guy going on the shelf for a little bit. And at least, look, again, positive, he's not out for the year. Apparently, it's something that's going to be. He's going to probably miss the Washington game almost definitely, and might miss the Ram game for the home opener. But we'll see. I mean, it's just crazy. Juan says, regardless, we embrace the underdog mentality. We are the Rocky Balboa of the NFL, and that is always something to keep our heads up about as we face adversity and overcome and adapt. Yeah, I mean, this coach, man, Doug Peterson. I remember Chip Kelly, another name that should probably never be mentioned again. Said we're from Philly and we fight. And Doug Peterson, that's his mantra, if you ask me, because this coach knows how to adapt and overcome to injuries, as well as Deuce Staley, who's a big part of that as well. It's just, man, it's been I really needed a good day of news today. I really do. After yesterday and the Black Panther dying, that I think kind of rocked the nation, right? Like, we lose in 2020, Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, and the Black Panther. It's holy shit. Like, I needed some good news today. And it's just today was just bad. And I wasn't even going to talk about this. I was going to make this a separate video, but I've been on the Yannick Ngakoue watch all off season, right? This has been a guy that I'm like, man, the Eagles got this dude. And I'm going to show this joke real quick to cheer everybody up. What does Brokeback Mountain and the NFL have in common? The Cowboys will suck. Okay. All right. But I've been on the watch for Yannick Ngakoue ever since he started flirting with us on Instagram with the Reggie White, right? Or was it Jerome Brown pictures and all the Eagle references, and the fact that he wants out of Jacksonville and we have a need at defensive end. I'm like, this guy, man, if he could just come here. Now, as the offseason went on and it became clear that he's going to cost a lot and probably not something that Howie Roseman can make work with all the rest of the money he spent on the defensive line. And the fact that I thought Yannick Ngakoue was going to be like a couple ones, like Jalen Ramsey, he went for a couple ones, right? And so did wide receiver from the Vikings, Stephon Diggs. Like 2 ones. I'm like, man, we're not giving up 2 first-round picks for this guy. Come to see today, that was the first news I saw today when I woke up, was that the Minnesota Vikings had traded a 2nd-round pick and a 5th-round pick that can turn into a 3rd-round pick, and they get Yannick Ngakoue on the defensive line. It's just – and apparently he wanted out of Jacksonville so bad that in order for this to happen, like, he took like a $5 million pay cut. Now look, a 2nd and a 2nd and a 5th. So that's JJ Arcega-Whiteside and Sharif Miller. Okay, Sharif Miller might have been a 4th rounder. He was a 4th rounder. But still, that's who they gave up. That's who we could have gave up for Yannick Ngakoue. And I know the money thing, it would have took a lot to make that happen, because now the Vikings have to try to sign him. They're having the same problems that the Rams are having trying to sign Ramsey. But he goes to the Vikings. He's in the NFC. Man, it just that just got me. It burned me a little bit. And then I felt better when I saw the link and I saw the guys playing on the link. And then I was at the beach doing some school shopping safely, social distancing, wearing my mask. And I get this news, and it just absolutely sucks, guys. So look, I appreciate everybody watching. Like I said, I'm probably going to jump over and watch the 4th and John podcast. I kind of see what those guys are getting into tonight, and just kind of I see what other channels are saying as well about this, and if everybody feels the same as I do. Because right now, I mean, am I hurting like I lost my dog? No, but when I just seem to get really, really excited that we're 14 days away, 2 weeks away, 2 Sundays away, we will have football. 2 Sundays away. Unbelievable. And then this happens. Man, it sucks. It sucks. So I'm probably going to have to wait a month to see Jalen Reagor on the field and hope that this injury does not hinder him for the entire season. And Juan says how he could probably be cooking up something maybe before the trade deadline. I don't know. I mean, that's so far away. Hopefully, we don't need to do anything by the trade deadline. Hopefully, knock on wood, one of these rookie wide receivers steps up big, like John Hightower or Quez Watkins, and the league doesn't see him coming, and Reagor is trying to find his spot come week 3 or 4 of the NFL season. Either way, guys, man, I bleed green. I'm still going to be excited for this team no matter what. I'm still going to cheer on whoever they put at left tackle, whether I still believe it's going to be Jason Peters. They're messing around, putting all these other guys up there. I heard Jason Peters was coaching up PTW today. Jason Peters is going to be our left tackle, man. There's no way. I cannot see it. Carson Wentz is blindside, having a rookie or Matt Pryor there who's getting killed, and Peters not going there. I will be absolutely shocked if that's what happens. But by the way, before I jump off of here, I don't know what diet or what workout schedule that Lane Johnson has. I know he needs to get on the field, but he posted a picture today. He looks like Bill Goldberg. Unbelievable shape. Apparently he's ready. And again, they might just be wrapping these guys up in bubble wrap because stuff like today happens. They need to get these young guys some work. I mean, they really do. They don't have preseason anymore, so you got to see these young guys play at some point. And look, Jalen Hurts threw that interception that got Reagor hurt, but apparently he had another really good pass play, like a 99-yard touchdown pass. From what I heard, again, it would be nice if we got a complete live stream of practice, but the Eagles website and Twitter kind of chops it up. And Juan, I agree, man. We do have a lot of weapons that people are sleeping on. And we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. This team doesn't give up. That's for sure. So yeah, hopefully I get some good news this week. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. So that's all I got, guys. That's really all I have right now. I wanted to come on and do a rant for about a half an hour, which I'm just about there. Thanks everybody that's watching. And Jamal Marshall says he knows Lane is ripped. Yes, Lane Johnson. He looks like Bill Goldberg. I posted a picture right under his tweet. I mean, it's the same pose, everything. He's just absolutely jacked. Looks like he's hopefully he's not using what he was using, if you know what I'm saying. Hopefully this is all natural, Lane, because we don't need Lane getting another strike from a wellness violation. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to try to do these lives every week. Multiple guys are doing some lives. I know, like I said, 4th and John. The Philly Talk, I don't know if he's going to do one tonight. Philly Talk podcast. I need to get up with you, man, so we can do something together. It's going to definitely, I mean, this year I'm going to need somebody to rant to and somebody to calm me down. So, yeah, we're definitely going to have to get together. If I'm already this triggered and we're 14 days away from the regular season and I'm not going to have any tailgates to get all my energy out at, we're going to have to definitely collaborate and get together. Man, we definitely are. So with that being said, guys, stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Go Birds.